And we are back. Perfect. Perfect. Hope everybody, okay, tout le monde revient. You guys are back. J'ai connecté Woodline. She should be there anytime now. Awesome.
Can you see me?
Yep, ça va.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome.
Il y avait une trentaine de personnes. Là, il y a 14. Il y a un petit
Oui.
live.
I still can see myself, but it's okay. I'll rewatch it again. It's just like, I don't know. As long as you guys can see me, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I can see you perfectly.
Okay, great. So yeah. Oui.
On va continuer.
Oui.
Même si tout le monde n'est pas encore retourné, but on va continuer.
Retourner?
So, basically, il y a une partie de moi qui continue, une partie de moi attend.
Okay. Yes, I love that question. How do you gradually tap into a healthy eating?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive into it. So basically, ce que je suis en train de dire, c'est que mon ami Pam était comme si you actually said that, comme si que de toute façon, parce que at some point, your body is able to tolerate a little bit of inflammation. Les effets que, il y a des fois, il y a quelque chose qui va avoir un effet sur le corps parce que ton corps est déjà bourré d'inflammation. Mais ça va avoir le même effet quand déjà ton corps est déjà apte à combattre. Donc, il faut faire la différence. Donc, elle m'a dit ça, j'ai réalisé que même moi, j'avais oublié que j'avais dit ça. Because I didn't really allow myself to even go there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Mais en même temps, heureusement que je n'étais pas forcément tied à un niveau spécifique parce que quand ça s'est arrivé, I went with the flow and I just did it. Tu comprends? Je n'étais pas, I wasn't hard on myself or whatever. So ça, c'est ça c'est vraiment important.
Extremely.
You were saying about you were ate some fettuccine or whatever, some pasta that had like pieces of fish or dairy. I don't remember.
No, it was a cassava. That happened about like when the pandemic started. So my parents, they got stuck in Haiti. Luckily, they came like the first week that the first few flights, right? So my mom, she brought me some cassava, right? But for some reason, whenever I consume too much coconut, it's just like doesn't sit too well with me, right? So I was like, should I eat it? Should I not eat it? Da-da-da-da, because every single time I eat something that has, coconut, it's subconsciously what I was doing was not right. You know what I mean? I was just like, maybe I should not, but I still ate it anyways. Right. Fast forward the next morning when I woke up, I was not feeling well. I was just like, what did I do? Why did I put into my body yesterday? And I remember that cassava that I actually ate the day before. Now, the thing is, the approach that I was like, if I didn't even did that little and analyze, well, if I eat it, would I have this or not? Would I've experienced anything this morning? Probably not. I feel like it was my subconscious being like, yeah, you actually prepare yourself for that. You actually called it, kind of up on you, right? I could have just had my cassava and go on with my life. But it was just like my mental. I was approaching the food not with the right, state of mind. So yeah, that was a little story. So.
Someone actually had an approach where they were saying, if you go into eating the food, quand je vais manger ça, ça va me faire ça. Quand je vais manger ça, ça va me faire ça. And je ne dis pas que c'est très facile. Parce que if you fought a disease, c'est très difficile. Moi, j'ai dû faire beaucoup d'exercices mentaux. Par exemple, même avant, si je mangeais quelque chose qui avait de l'huile, Parce que, like, when I went on my protocol, c'était sans huile et tout. Because I know that oil can be inflammatory. So, même quand je commençais à peut-être ajouter quelque chose qui avait un petit peu d'huile, etc., je regarde mes jambes pour voir rash. Do I have a red rash? Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose qui a apparu, etc. Et je disais non, let it go. Let it go. Ça prend du temps. Mais
free yourself, yes.
Pas être free yourself. Oui, si je mange ça, qu'est-ce que ça va me faire? Parce que the mind is a very powerful tool. So, comme je que si je mange ça, ça va me faire ça. Comme je dis que je suis conscient, tu sais que right now, what I'm eating right now is not, I know it's not the healthiest. But qui est-ce qui vit sa vie à être complètement healthy, like chaque jour de sa vie? Who? I mean, peut-être qu'il y a des gens, but you don't have to get into that mentality que juste parce que tu es quelqu'un qui est healthy et qu'il n'y aura pas même pas une journée, des fois il peut y avoir une période où you eat like things that peut-être à une époque tu sais comme ah let me not eat that. For me, like je dis ça à mon mari, je dis que I feel it and you'll feel it. I'm like, it's time to go back to like healthier, like go back to drinking more celery juices, drinking more water, etc. Because I felt like non seulement la quarantaine, et puis we were in this state of like such a state of celebration pendant les dernières semaines que we're eating, like on était des sales, on était des comme si okay, et c'était le moment pour ça. We were celebrating and it made me freaking happy. Mais là, c'est comme si on sent que let's eat healthier. Like, let's cut out things that have like processed sugar. Same period. But
it's all, yes.
À travers cette période-là que, oh no, it's doomed and I have to start over. Like, you know.
Balance. It's all about balance at the end of the day. It's knowing, when to go back to the right way. You know what I mean? So you are celebrating, right? So now it's time to go back, to do a cleanse, to get this, all of these things out of the body, and let's go back to normal. And it's okay. That's what we want people to understand. It's okay, because at the end of the day, like I just said, it's all about balance. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go back to eating, more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Quand on parle de balance, like some people they have, comme on dit, je veux faire très attention because I know how some people can like take our words and take it as an excuse for their poor choices. Ok, qu'est-ce que tu dirais à quelqu'un qui te dit like I'm gonna eat like crap all day and then I'm gonna drink a glass of smoothie at the end of the day? Balance.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. No. That's not what we mean. That's what we mean by a state of balance. A balance is like, actually it's the other way around. It's when your body is very high, actually, and healthy living greens, right? Superfood, super greens, super herbs, right? Legumes. And then you slap every once in a while, as we were talking before. That's what we mean about balance. It's completely the other way around. Not eating, a bunch of tra-la-la, and then I'm having a green juice, balance. No,
like
that's not what
I feel attacked. It's like,
no.
Cupcake, etc. Mais depuis que à la fin de la journée, je finis avec un bon green juice.
That's it. No,
You've been putting your information. Et je donnais l'exemple, c'est parce que Dr. Goldner gave this example. Et je trouve que cet exemple-là est tellement bon que je n'arrête pas de répéter ça aux gens. C'est savoir quand est-ce que ton corps est prêt, être in tune avec ton corps. Quand est-ce que ton corps peut supporter certaines choses qui ne sont pas de health.
Absolutely.
Elle expliquait ça comme quoi, si tu as déjà plein d'inflammation, tu n'es pas obligé d'être quelqu'un qui a un chronic disease, non? Disons que tu es obèse. Ou bien, tu as des addictions. Tu ne peux même pas passer une semaine sans prendre de la viande et du fromage. So you're addicted to these things. You're dealing with something. Donc, c'est comme si tu as une plaie qui est ouverte. On voit, imagine que le pus est en train de sortir. Ça sent. Et le sang est en train de sortir. À ce moment-là, c'est le moment de mettre l'alcool. C'est le moment de guérir ça. Donc, donner tout ce que la plaie a besoin pour guérir. Maintenant, si à ce moment-là, tu dis, laisse-moi juste frapper mon bras dans ça un petit peu. Oui, c'est un petit coup. Mais dans l'état que ton bras était, dans l'état que ta plaie était, ça ne peut pas supporter ce petit coup. Donc, ça va faire extrêmement mal. Tandis que je n'ai pas de plaie, je frappe mon bras un petit moment, est-ce que ça a fait un choc? Oui. Est-ce que ça a un effet sur mon corps, sur comment mon corps fonctionne? Non. C'est ça
Non.
la différence entre quelqu'un qui est déjà vraiment qui met déjà beaucoup d'éléments
Beaucoup de...
dans son corps. Quelqu'un qui a
Mhm.
déjà une information, qui est déjà conscient et qui décide consciemment pendant une période de peut-être donner un petit choc. Your body can take.
Yeah, poking your
Mais
arteries, as
tu
we
es
said.
obèse, tu es addict à la nourriture, tu es malade, tu montes les escaliers, tu es essoufflé, etc. C'est pas le moment de dire que, oh, oui, balance. Chaque week-end,
No,
3 fois par semaine, you have a whatever I want to eat day. C'est pas le moment.
no, no. It's the complete opposite, actually. It's the complete opposite, you know. So yeah. So it is so important actually to celebrate nourishing the body right, you know, with the right ingredients. And what we mean by that, in the midst of it all, it's so important to fall in love with yourself, right? Get the right nutrients into the body, you know, because what happened is that no matter your possessions, no matter your richness, no matter, you know, social rank and whatsoever, once you start experiencing some, like we just mentioned, you know, some pain, some, you know, chest infections or cancer or whatever it is, right? Your body, right? It's your health. Basically, it becomes limited. Okay, it becomes limited. So, but the good news is actually it's never too late to support the body. It's never too late. Actually, healing began the minute that the support process began, you know. So yeah, so we are big advocates of, you know, increasing more fruits, vegetables into your diet, you know, because the thing is, there's no perfect balance, you know, because we are all of us, we are dealing with different kind of bacteria, we are dealing with different kinds of viruses, we are dealing with different kind of pathogens, right? So whatever works for you might not work for the other person, you know. So which brings to being gentle with yourself. It's so important to treat the body right. You know what I mean? Be gentle, be nice with yourself, you know. So I just feel like it's super important. I mean, you know, to mention this. So yeah.
Et avant de la dernière chose, avant qu'on commence à prendre les questions, on va avoir une dizaine de minutes pour prendre les questions. Mais l'autre chose encore, when we were talking about the toxic labels, il y a une question que j'avais posée à Woodline comme avant, and it's because je veux que ces conversations-là qu'on fasse dans les lives, que ça nous ouvre. Like, I want to cut my guest open and to get everything out. So, je lui ai demandé comme si elle avait mangé quelque chose qu'elle avait beaucoup aimé, qui était super bon, mais c'était pas plein de pays. Ça avait des morceaux de poisson, un fettuccine or whatever, that you told me or whatever. But then I was like, can I ask you something? At that moment, est-ce que pendant que tu es en train de manger ça, est-ce que même pour une seconde, il y a quelque chose qui t'est passé par la tête, t'as dit que tu es une imposteur de t'appeler honestly, it's like imposteur. And she said, yes.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, we kind of covered that earlier. Actually, yes, I did. I was like, I might gentrify Zine. That they actually called me a plant-based eater. You know what I mean? But it was the beginning of the quarantine period. We were actually buying a lot of food to last, you know, long, and then like my people, they were buying a lot of canned tuna and things like that. And then my cousin requested some meal I've never heard of before. It was just like a pasta with tuna, and I was just like,
oh, it was tuna en plus. Tuna. Bon,
it's with the story with tuna. Then I think actually, you know, and I made it, and I made the meal, and girl, I tried it. I tried, you know, a little bit of it, and I was just like, maybe not, because if I do eat it, I wouldn't consider myself just because the few pieces of the you know the fish and it. I wouldn't they wouldn't call me, if we are under that label, they wouldn't say, oh yeah, you are plant-based actually, you know what I mean? They would be like, banish me from this from this category. That's why it is so important, those stigma, those labels, they're gonna drive us insane. It's so
C'est
important.
ça. Et
But
c'est un
I
normalement,
felt a little guilt.
tu décides in every part of your body right now, you're a healthy person. In every part of your body right now, you wanna eat that fettuccine with that. Like, you
Exactly.
can. Tu comprends? Donc, il ne devrait pas avoir cette chose dans ta tête qui te fait te sentir mal pour ça. Ça veut dire qu'il y a un détachement quelque part qui doit être fait.
Absolument. 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 But I felt it. I felt a little guilt. I was just like, maybe not, but I still did it anyway. So, I mean, I did it anyways because as we were talking about before, I know better. I know that little thing wouldn't really disrupt, my entire digestive system, So I was just like, fine, I went with it anyways.
L'histoire du tout temps, c'est que dans le premier live, vous pouvez regarder, c'est quand vous étiez pescatarienne avant de transition et d'être plus vegan, like plant-based. C'était un tuna qui avait fait que son corps dise no, no more. Elle avait mangé un tuna et son corps était comme en train de rejeter ça pour dire no, I don't want it. Et puis elle a développé un dégoût kind of du tuna. So, pour moi, je pense que c'était des morceaux de saumon ou bien de poisson. Je ne sais pas que c'était tuna. So, it makes it very funny.
It's been a story with Tuna and I for the longest time. It's been a story. Sorry. But yeah. Girl, I need to stay away from that fish. My people, they love tuna. They just love tuna. Well, I always have it around. So.
C'est pour ça que je t'ai dit que tu n'étais pas malade après, pas vrai?
No, I had nothing.
C'est pour ça que je t'ai dit que tu étais malade après parce que c'était un tuna de Subway. It wasn't fresh.
But that was years ago. My body was probably dealing with a lot of inflammation back then. You know what I mean? So all of that contributes compared to my body right now. It's at a completely different state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that also. But yeah. Tuna, yeah. Love story. Forever.
The funniest thing would be if when you're pregnant, all you want to eat is tuna.
No.
Tuna sandwich, tuna lasagna, tuna.
Girl, no. Let's stay away from it. Let's stay away.
Donc, on va répondre aux questions. Je vais prendre la question de Ima, parce que sinon Ima me dit qu'il ne peut jamais regarder live. C'est la question depuis longtemps, elle reste à nous rappeler. Oui, Ima, on a vu ta question. Donc, la question c'était...
Qu'est-ce qu'elle a demandé?
Il y a beaucoup de fois, tu dois goûter. Est-ce que ça ne rend pas ça plus difficile quand il y a des choses que tu ne goûtes pas? Comment tu fais?
Ooh, yes. Actually, this is my daily life, Sophie. I work for a company where we actually are not only plant-based. Yes, we do have plant-based options, but we also serve meat lovers and we also serve ocean lovers, right? So as the head chef, right? I kind of have to try every single thing, right? Well, but it's so difficult for me. But it's my job. I gotta do what I gotta do at the end of the day. I'm not gonna let that label and be like, oh, I'm not gonna do my job. I'm gonna let the meal go outside and I don't know how it tastes like. No, that's jeopardizing my work, But I do not. But one thing I have to get that clear. I do not digest none of them though. I do not digest. I can't even, to be honest with you. It's just like, no, sometimes I try to, no, I can't. But I have to try it, It's a constant struggle, honestly, Ima, every single day. Actually, I was working for that other company, which was like all plant-based for like 6 months, right? The day that I was going back to that other job, and the day that I was going, the night before, Sophie, I was like, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna be touching those poor animals one more time. I'm gonna be trying those meats one more time. Lord help me. I had to pray, ask God to really be with me, to help me to go through this because it's not easy. You know what I mean? Because these are things that I do not consume, and then I don't really advocate, for them, and to try them every single day, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. But at the end of the day, I have to do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? I do not let it govern my life neither. You know what I mean?
Et pas dire que tu ne digères pas, même quand tu prends, si tu prends un peu comme ça,
I just try a piece and then I just like, no, I just try a piece and I just, to know the right amount of salt that I have, to know the right flavor that I'm looking for, and then I just get rid of it. Like my sous chef knows, the person working with me, I always tell them, bear with me. I'm not gonna digest it. To be honest with you, I can't even, yeah, I literally just I try it and get rid of it. Yes, Marley. I don't digest them. No, I can't. So yeah,
I
this is my life.
chew and spit.
Yep, that's what I do. Exactly. That's what I do. I can digest it. Yeah. Not only because oh, I'm Muslim, but naturally I realize that I am at a point where I can't really tolerate it. Really, I was telling my mother the other day something that happened to me a few months back about cheese. Right? I actually went to this place where it's a very cheesy place. I forgot, and I couldn't bear the smell of it, Sophie. It's not until after so many years you stop eating certain things you realize how your body is actually can't even you can't even have them around you. I can't even smell them. I can't even bear with them. Or the smell is so present. You are more aware of, that specific smell more than ever. It can be the opposite side. And specifically, that's the scenario with me with cheese and specifically cheese. Specifically cheese.
Okay, so the dairy is like a no-no for you.
That's
Si par
that's
exemple,
that's
tu es obligé d'ajouter un animal protein de ton diet, what would be your choice? C'est quoi pour toi le plus acceptable pour toi?
probably butter.
Butter.
Yeah, probably butter. Probably butter. I mean, it's not the best, but probably butter. To be honest with you, yeah, probably butter. To open your own fancy restaurants when it's something. Unfortunately, no spam. I enjoy. Well, here's the thing about me. I enjoy coaching better. I enjoy sharing my knowledge better. I've always wanted to become actually a teacher, right? So I'll rather be a holistic nutritionist, plant-based chef, however you want to call it better. But the restaurants, probably not. Probably not. Probably
Tu peux
not.
expliquer pour certaines personnes qui peut-être n'ont jamais entendu ce terme-là, c'est quoi l'approche holistique? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
Ooh, yes. So holistic, so it means that you are aware, of, every single fruits and vegetables that you're actually gonna put into your body. You are aware of the healing aspect of it for the body, right? So each fruit and vegetables out that we have, they do, different things for the body. You know what I mean? So let's say, for example, you are dealing with insomnia, right? And then before you go to bed, you can eat a mango, right? Mango is here for us to soup. Not only, I mean, yes, it's sweet, it's delicious, but it's here. It's like a comforting vegetable. I mean, fruits, right? It helps you to sleep better. So that's what I mean by holistic. Seeing the fruits and the vegetables. It's the body, the mind, and the spirit. It's the connection between them, with
Everything.
and the food.
Quand on parle d'approche holistique, on ne parle pas seulement de la nutrition, mais on parle du stress, on parle du well-being,
Oui,
du
oui,
mindset. C'est une approche complète. On regarde ton
complète.
environnement, est-ce que c'est un
Absolutely.
environnement qui te stresse, qui est toxique, etc. Donc, c'est parce que la santé, c'est pas juste un seul facteur, c'est un ensemble.
Yes. Yes.
So, do you guys have any
Questions.
questions? Il y avait quelqu'un qui avait demandé, est-ce que si un diet n'est pas plant-based, est-ce que ça veut dire que c'est pas healthy? Je ne sais pas si on a la même réponse. Je vais te laisser répondre avant et puis je vais dire après. Elle n'a pas dit vegan, elle a dit plant-based.
I think I actually kind of mentioned that earlier. Um, you have to, yeah. You remember when I talked about we are all dealing with different viruses, pathogens, and bacteria, right? So that specific diet might work for you, and it might not work for the other person, right? So that doesn't mean, well, what we are advocating is to increase your intake of fruits and vegetables. You know, we're not saying, oh, it has to be like a plant-based diet. We are leaning towards a more, you know, healthier lifestyle, you know, to consume more fruits and vegetables because I'm sorry, there was a second part to the question. What was it? What was it again?
Is it not healthy if it's not based on like plant based?
If it's not healthy. Well, not necessarily. Well, oh my God. We're gonna go there. Well, yes and no. You know, because I mean there are research out there that I've been reading. You know, there are certain diseases, for example, that people are dealing with, and then they do send them to eat certain things that probably that I wouldn't eat, right? But they send them to eat them, but because that person is dealing with something, and this is what she or he needs in her diet, you know, to make her or him feel better. So, you know, so it's not like it's not healthy, but if it's that's what you need, go for it, you know?
I would say that I think that it's not healthy. Why? Because
Yeah.
on disait que quand on retire le label vegan, vegetarian or whatever, quand on regarde
Mm-hmm.
plant-based
Mm-hmm.
veut dire qu'il y a plus focus sur ce qui vient de la
Mm-hmm.
terre. C'est ça que
Mm-hmm.
ça veut dire que ça ne veut pas dire que oh, je ne mange absolument pas de ça, mais en majorité, je mange ce qui
C'est
vient
ça.
de la terre. Ce qui vient de la terre, on parle de fruits, on parle de légumes,
Mm-hmm.
on parle de graines, les noix, les
Mm-hmm.
on parle
Mm-hmm.
de viande,
Seeds.
banane,
Mm-hmm.
viande, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Donc, quand tu dis que si c'est pas plant-based, ça veut dire que c'est en majorité animalier. Donc, c'est en
Mm-hmm.
majorité des produits transformés, en
Like,
majorité
oui.
viande, en majorité, etc. Donc, pour moi, le fait de dire que c'est pas plant-based, ça veut dire que c'est
Mm.
animal-based.
I agree.
And
I agree.
for
I
me,
agree.
it's not
I
healthy.
agree. I agree. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with. I love with this approach.
Je suis
Yeah,
pas
absolutely,
d'accord avec les
absolutely.
gens qui disent que si c'est pas vegan, c'est pas healthy, parce que c'est pas vrai. Parce que tu peux être très unhealthy vegan, parce que c'est comme je
And
disais, quand je regardais ce que j'allais manger si on allait en Colombie, je dis que I'll be way more healthy if I eat some fish que manger. Tu sais comme ça, tu manges donc un vegan, tu es
absolutely.
totalement unhealthy et puis tu es là dans ton label et pendant ce temps,
Absolument, absolument, absolument. Parce que pasta supposedly is vegan, right? So imagine you have a diet very high in those carbs. Honey,
chaque jour
no.
tu manges pasta, c'est vegan, oui, mais is it healthy?
Exactly, exactly. Honey, you are actually doing more harm to yourself, you know, than you might as well just no, 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 no. So yes, like I agree with you in terms of you can be a vegan and not be healthy. But yes, in terms of whenever we're talking about, you know, a plant-based diet. So yeah, the minute that you leave that yes, I don't think you are you know, the right food for the body. I agree. Absolutely. It's all about balance. Yeah, we did talk about that earlier. Absolutely.
C'est ça. And to eat a majority of things that are natural, of whole foods.
Foods,
A
yes,
majority
natural,
of
yeah.
whole foods. Et
Nutrient
c'est
dense.
que, papa les pasta, I love pasta, girl.
I love
Oh,
pasta too.
but we're conscious qu'on peut pas juste manger ça chaque jour and call it healthy. But pasta is taboo. Like, but, et ce que j'allais dire aussi, c'est que il faut, et si vous avez du mal à être comme, qu'est-ce que je mange, qu'est-ce que je ne mange pas, qu'est-ce qui est healthy, essayez de rentrer dans cette mentalité-là. Peut-être que ça va vous aider. Moi-même, quand je vois ça, quand on parle de whole foods, c'est quelque chose qui est dans son état pur, dans son état naturel, que tu n'as juste
Absolutely.
pas mangé comme ça, ou bien boucané, etc. If you need to transform it, if you need to kill it, nettoyer, retirer des farines, etc. If it
Right.
sounds complicated, déplumer pour là, etc., maybe it's not like it's not in the category of whole foods.
Whole
Okay?
foods.
Donc, mange plus de tout ce qui est simple. Que si tu étais dans une forêt avec des arbres fruitiers et des choses que tu pourrais juste allumer un feu et préparer. Vois ça comme ça. Mais dans tout ce qui
Absolument.
est plus compliqué, eat less of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, and then one thing, and that we actually did talk about that, how actually eating a more wholesome, the natural, nutrient dense, substances, how we actually can improve our cognitive activities, right? We are better. We can think clearer. We become more coherent. I was our decision making and our problem solving skills, all of these, they improve tremendously, right? When we start eating whole, like more, we become more focused. So yeah, so I just wanted to mention all of these about eating better, eating right, a more wholesome diet, as you were saying earlier,
C'est ça.
you know.
Et je trouve qu'il y a la différence parce qu'il y a quelqu'un, Love 0483, qui a dit avec Mrs. Rona, pas de temps pour le diet. Il y a des gens, quand on dit diète, qui pensent à restriction, perdre du poids. Diète, dans sa définition, veut dire une façon de manger. Mais les gens ont déformé ça. Oh, on fait diet. On fait diet, ça dit que, bon, déjà tout, mais on disparaître. Une diète se réfère à une façon de manger. Donc, ça veut dire que ce n'est pas une question de... Si, par exemple, tu décides que tu vas diminuer de la viande, ça ne veut pas dire que tu es en train d'essayer de perdre du poids. Ça veut dire que tu prends une décision pour être en meilleure santé. Il faut arrêter ces stéréotypes-là où les gens faire les gens se sentir mal parce qu'ils prennent de meilleures décisions pour eux. Ça, c'est rien à mort.
Oui.
Donc, ce n'est pas forcément que si j'élimine quelque chose, c'est parce que je veux perdre du poids, etc. OK? Donc, il y a quelqu'un qui a dit aussi que what about, can you give tips? Avant, on a dit how about whole grain pasta? De la même façon, whole grain pasta, c'est pas, ce qu'on essaie de dire, c'est pas la chose de pasta, c'est que tu ne peux pas dire que juste parce que tu veux t'appeler vegan et puis tu manges pasta chaque jour, que ce soit whole grain or not, même si c'est à base de riz, parce que maintenant il y a des pastas à base de riz, c'est à base du poids, tu peux pas manger ça chaque jour and call it healthy. C'est ça qu'on essaie de dire. Donc, moi-même, pour moi, si tu as une base qui est healthy,
Oui, je suis là.
OK, ça c'était coupé un moment. Oui, donc c'est vraiment important que, pour moi, c'est même pas important de focus. Tu peux décider de prendre en majorité les pastas qui ne sont pas farine blanche, but si tu n'as pas une intolérance au gluten ou whatever, tu n'es même pas obligé de juste éviter complètement. Tu ne peux jamais manger un pasta blanc ou whatever. So, Diane qui a demandé, can you give tips to people who would like to transition to a healthier diet? Bon, je peux donner les tips et puis Woodline elle-même pourra donner ces tips. Je conseille toujours à la personne de premièrement, before switching to a healthier diet, to know your why. Ça veut dire de ne pas faire ça parce que, j'ai fini de voir un live, so inspired, and now I'm going to do it. Prends ton temps pour prendre tes informations et pour voir pourquoi tu fais ça pour toi. C'est la première. Quand ta raison est solide, donc ce sera plus sustainable. Tu ne vas pas juste faire ça sur un coup de tête et puis après, whatever. Par exemple, il y a beaucoup de personnes qui disent que when I was starting to talk about plant-based, je venais de switch, ça fait 2 ans de ça. Ils disaient, et que so much regardez what the health, everybody's doing that right now. I'm like, je n'ai même pas regardé what the health. Et quand j'ai regardé what the health après, non seulement c'était déjà plant-based, je ne pense pas que moi-même, de ma façon de penser, j'aurais juste switch après ça. Ça m'a donné beaucoup d'informations. J'aurais réfléchi à certaines décisions, mais pour moi, c'est très dangereux de regarder une chose et faire now, je change. Prends le temps de voir c'est quoi ta raison. Parce qu'après, tu t'es net. C'est vraiment important de connaître ton pourquoi et puis ensuite recommencer par ce qui est plus facile pour toi à éliminer. Ce qui est moins facile, par exemple, disons que tu n'es pas fan cochon. Ok, laisse-moi commencer par éliminer cochon, etc. Cheese is a little bit more difficult. N'essaie pas de te faire souffrir en coupant ça d'un seul coup, mais commence à prendre les informations sur le cheese. Pour que déjà tu puisses voir, ah, ok, voici pourquoi c'est pas bon, et puis commence à chercher des alternatives. Peut-être switch to vegan cheese, qui est comme un vegan processed food. But c'est un switch. Personne ne dit que tu es obligé de tout de suite devenir la personne la plus healthy du monde. Donc, c'est ça. Et puis, le dernier conseil que je vais donner, mettez les smoothies dans votre diète. Je vais pin la viande green là maintenant parce que la viande green, surtout pendant la quarantaine, on donne beaucoup
Oui.
de cours en ligne qui sont très cheap pour vous aider justement à avoir accès à ces choses-là. Let me pin it. Attends. OK? J'ai pin la viande green. Là, vous pouvez visiter la page. Mais quand tu ajoutes le smoothie, non seulement ça te donne une bonne base d'épinards et c'est bon parce qu'il y a les fruits là-dedans, donc tu ne prends même pas le goût. Et ça te remplit, ça prend la place peut-être d'un repas qui ne serait pas sain que tu ferais pendant cette journée-là. Donc, à mes conseils, augmenter l'eau aussi parce que
Très important.
tu ajoutes.
Très important. OK. Moi, dans mon cas, ce que je vais dire, c'est que I couldn't agree more with you when you mentioned about knowing your purpose. You know, why are you doing it, right? Because that's what's going to help you. It's that discipline, right? It's discipline, and that every time, you know, you're like, okay, why am I even doing that? You know, because I always take the example of myself living in a Haitian household. That's like my biggest challenge, right? And being a vegan, right? And surrounded by these people eating meat and all kind of things every single day, and then me like with my little bowl of salads or whatever it is that I'm eating differently, right? So it's so important to stay focused on your why, exactly what you were talking about. I couldn't agree more on that. And yeah, discipline is the key. And know yourself, right? And know yourself. As I mentioned earlier, be gentle with the self, and start with small changes, right? Some people, listen, some people, they have done it, right? After watching a documentary, like you mentioned, yeah, what the hell? They just changed your diet from one day to another. Whoa, I have a lot, listen, I have a lot of respect for these people. Like, really, kudos to these people. I always suggest that you transition at your own pace. You have to transition at your own pace.
Unless it's crucial.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. Yes.
About to have a heart attack.
Yes.
Now.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. It's super, super important to mention that also. Yeah. But other than that, you have to transition at your own pace, right? You have to listen to the body. Start by changing your choices of grains, right? Start by changing your choices of sugar, your choices of salt. What else? Your milk. We talked about that. Yeah, and then yes, eliminate your, you know, you can do, oh, meatless Monday. You know what I mean? Like, you know, find fun time. I mean, you know, things to be creative, right? Oh yeah, so I'll be like, okay, you can start with one day at a time. You know, be like every Monday and Wednesday, I do not consume these things. You know, but well, cutting the animal products is one. What is more important is what are you adding to your diet?
Mixing it with.
Right? What are you adding? Right? So yeah, I'm not eating no meat. I'm not eating no, but it is so important, right? To start adding more legumes, more beans, more grains, healthier grains. You know, if you have sensitivity to gluten, you know, you can consume more quinoa. You can consume, rice is gluten free. There's millet, right? Other gluten free options.
A lot of people, I don't know why they think that rice has gluten. Rice is not gluten.
Rice is gluten free. Rice, quinoa, millet, all of these, they are gluten free grains, right? So we can have a more intake of these kind of grains into our diet, right? Start consuming more vegetables, diverse vegetables. So I was telling my friends the other day, I was telling her, well, the little secret is like when you go to the supermarket, give other vegetables a chance. You know, don't get just that one thing that you know you don't like. No, get, you know, if you never tried zucchini before, get a zucchini, right? Go on the internet. You will find there's so many recipes out there. Shout me out a message. We'll help you. You know what I mean? You can do zucchini fritters. You can do like whatever you want.
Forget
and
yes. Il y a la machine qui tu tout le jus qui est là-dedans.
Pasta, spiralize, yeah, spiralizer. Yes, you do spiralized pasta, or you can do spiralized carrots, spiralize whatever you want. So this is another thing I always tell people: when you start eating better, it is so important to actually invest in equipment, right? Start getting a juicer, start getting, if you can afford it, right, start getting a blender, like, those vitamins, those oof, the best, right? Start getting a dehydrator if you can, so all of these are crucial to eating better, because it will help you to stay more creative. As you mentioned, a spiralizer, you don't have to eat like just a carrot all the time. You can, make it into curls, make it fun and interesting. So yes, the intake of a lot of other fruits and vegetables. You mentioned smoothie. I couldn't stress it enough how important it is to actually increase our smoothie intakes in our diets, because not all the time we feel like chewing on some, pineapple or mango or whatever it is. One of the best way to intake it, you can blend it. You're still gonna find all the nutrients in them. So blend or juice. Oh, I'm a big candidate of juicing. So you can juice your fruits, your vegetables, or what else? What else? I can say.
You
Be
just
gentle.
start following Instagram pages that will inspire you. Parce que c'est ça la
Yes.
tout le temps que voir. Avant, you used to follow a lot of pages that were very heavy in cheese, etc. That's what your Instagram is going to show you all the time. So when you're craving and trying to make your choices, c'est pas le meilleur moment pour juste voir ça sur ta page tout le temps. Donc commence à dire à Instagram. Instagram shows you things in your explore page based on what you already liked and
Oh,
follow.
yeah.
So il y a une page qui
Yes.
s'appelle Vegan Bowls. Il y a la page de Rachel Ama, il y a tous ces chefs-là qui préparent des choses tellement yummy, comme c'est des pastas, des gratinés, etc., qui sont vegan. So follow these pages and get inspired by them. They do very
Yes.
quick videos, des vidéos de 1 minute where they just show you all the ingredients, fast forward, ce qu'elles mettent, et puis vous pouvez juste essayer.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. I agree. But me, I'm so it's important to just take it easy. Just take it easy with yourself. Don't sweat it too much. Some people they like, oh my God, don't put too much pressure on thyself, because the more pressure that you put on yourself, you become in a state of fear, and fear was not gonna help you. Fear gonna create toxins for the body, right? So no, don't do that. You
C'est
know what I mean? So just
see. And another tip que je peux donner, you don't have to follow right away. Bon, c'est bien de follow beaucoup de vegan pages, mais vous pouvez aussi follow des gens qui étaient vegan and who are not vegan anymore, because ces gens-là qui ont des YouTube channels, they tend to, même s'ils ajoutent du poulet ou bien des œufs or whatever, ils ont une très bonne base de veggies et tout. Et des fois, ils peuvent avoir un day qui est like fully vegan, so ça peut vraiment vous aider aussi.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Oui, j'ai une
Yeah.
page YouTube, quelqu'un m'a demandé, c'est Anne-Sophie, A-N-N-S-O-P-H-I-E, et puis H-A-M-I-L-T-O-N. Est-ce qu'il y avait une autre question? Parce qu'on va finaliser là. Any
Oh,
source
yeah.
of protein besides beans? I don't eat meat, chicken, beef.
We talked about quinoa.
Quinoa, yes.
Yeah, we talked about well, yeah, no edamame, no tofu. Well, broccoli,
Well,
we have spinach.
food is anti-tofu. Me, I say yes. You can. There's nothing wrong. Tofu est une bonne source de protéines. Beaucoup de gens ont peur du soya, mais as long as you make sure that your tofu is non-GMO, on parle de. Actually, I can send you guys an article qui montre que actually it's actually good for c'est quoi que Dr. G nous disait? Estrogen?
What? Tofu?
Yeah, I don't want to say something that's not true.
That should, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But,
Well, I don't know.
il y a des études qui peuvent démystifier. Il y a des gens qui ont juste vraiment, vraiment peur du tofu parce que c'est du soya, mais c'est pas comme vous pensez. Le tofu est une très bonne source de protéines et ça a beaucoup de bons effets aussi.
Uh-huh. So yeah, hemp seeds, yeah, what else? What else? So many other options that we have. But mostly, well, my sources of protein, they are legumes, they are beans, they are lentils, and edamame. Yeah, I know I don't eat tofu, but I like edamame. The irony. But yeah. There are so many other sources of protein,
Maybe you can try
other than
fortified plant-based milks. Je ne sais pas, peut-être qu'il y a des fortified plant-based milks qui peuvent être une source de protéines pour toi. Just try to
we.
put it into where you can find your protein.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like
Mm-hmm.
beans.
Mm-hmm.
Quoi d'autre? Ah oui, il y a quelqu'un qui a dit, I have a friend who despises fruits and vegetables. He will not eat or drink anything with fruits or veggies. Can he still have a healthy diet based solely on carbs and meat? On a parlé de ça dans l'autre live. I think you were not there. We were saying that we believe it's impossible for someone not to like anything that is plant-based. It's just cette personne-là a sûrement, that person most likely has preconceived idea of what it's like
Yes.
and vegetables, maybe because from a childhood it was like eat your vegetables, they never made it fun or whatever. So try to see discreetly what that person likes. Est-ce que c'est quelqu'un, is it someone who likes pasta? Is it someone who likes Caribbean food? So let's say that person eats really likes Caribbean food. I can give you an example of a dish. You can have the sweet plantains. Look, you cut it, sweet plantains, you don't need to fry them. You can just creuser, like smash them without oil, and you put them in the oven. And then you can have your pickles. Because pickles, if you put a lot of cabbage and carrots, it's actually a salad. Just because we're used to spicy pickles, we don't realize, but pickles is a salad. So don't make it too spicy for that person so they can eat a quantity of plantain. Now, that likes jus national or jus jonjon. Make it healthier. You can make quinoa jonjon or quinoa collé and make that very
Absolutely.
spicy. And then what else? That person really likes the meat. À côté, you do mushroom, sauté dans de l'huile
Okay.
d'olive, bien dans
Absolutely.
you put your spices, you put some maybe soy sauce to make it like brown. Like I made like a mushroom recently. It looked like chunks of beef, really. It
Mix.
made mushroom, ou met poivron, etc. And then boom, this is a
It
dish.
all depends on the flavor development. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to play with flavors. You have to play with different techniques, Don't stick to one way of eating like you just mentioned. It doesn't have to be the riz national. It can be a millet national. It can be like a farro, national. The potential is unlimited, So there's so much that we can actually do,
And si
you
cette
know.
personne-là, par exemple, like let's say you take the lentils, la personne prépare les lentilles, and then you put it in a blender or a food processor. And then you put it with spices, etc. You blend it, like it's gonna be like chunks.
Yeah.
And then you put the pasta sauce, the red pasta sauce on the oven. You put back the lentils, spices, etc. You serve it with spaghetti. If that person likes spaghetti bolognese, like to me, it's impossible. I
Absolutely.
believe that. I don't know if I will change one day. It's impossible that someone cannot eat a plant-based meal. You have to look for what that person likes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. Yeah, mushroom, Nigerian, Papua. Absolutely. 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 That's why I was talking about the flavor development, right? So it's all about, the spices flavor combination. You can actually develop whatever you want, look at those mock meat that we have out there that actually taste just like, chicken, or they taste just like beef, you know
Yeah,
you, you,
exactly.
you know what you think about Tom Tom. Will you believe me if I tell you that I've never tried Tom Tom?
Moi non plus, ever.
Oh,
Yeah. And one of my best friends, like her parents are from Jamie. I'm like,
never,
wow, haven't I tasted Tom Tom from you yet?
never. But I do know that here, there's something that they call mofongo. I think the Puerto Rican they actually eat, which is kind of similar to Tom Tom, but it's like the
I tried
plantain
it.
version of it. Yeah, I've tried it, so they like it's similar. So I'm like, well, if that is the case, then yeah, it's really good. Then it's really good. So, what do we need to? If I'm a party, well, yeah, it's all about texture also. Yeah, you eat with your eyes first. So if something is not appealing, you really don't want to eat it. So that's why it's so important when you are actually making whatever the meals that you are making, play with it. Like the lentils that you mentioned. You make a bolognese with the lentils. You can make burgers with the lentils. You know what I mean? You can make kefta, right? Like balls, like kibi shape with them. The possibilities is limitless. Je suis de Jérémy, that's why. Well,
There's nothing wrong. You just have to see c'est quoi la base de ton tom. C'est l'âme. Pas vrai? Est-ce que l'âme est plant-based? Oui, c'est plant-based. Maintenant, si tu aimes manger ton tom, tu manges ton tom chaque jour. Est-ce que chaque jour tu vas manger ton tom avec de la viande? Eat it with kalaloo. It's plant-based.
spinach, saute spinach, or a lot of onions and shallots and garlic. Ooh, delicious. I'm sure it's super delicious I'm super
Et
super
aussi,
delicious
les
with
gens
that.
qui aiment les boulettes, avec la viande green est pin là en bas, vous pouvez aller. On a fait un coup dernièrement online pour montrer comment faire. Je crois que c'était comme $10 seulement, mais $15 seulement pour faire des boulettes de pois chiches. Donc, it tastes like meat, especially if you fry it or you bake it. Et avec le pois chiche aussi, on a fait le chicken, au lieu de chicken sandwich, chickpea sandwich. So, visitez la page, n'hésitez pas. Ma partenaire d'affaires Pam et moi, on est toujours là pour apprendre à faire de nouvelles recettes. So just like
Oui.
you try, like book an online course with us. Like we show you how to make a lot of things very fun and yummy.
I took a class with her, so it will worth it. Go for it. So yeah, highly encouraging taking classes with you. Ne pas bien lever, go with my- But oui, en fait, c'est ça. Sophie, tu m'entends?
Ça, so I think we covered everything. Je t'entends.
Okay.
So thank you everybody for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Donc, on vous remercie vraiment d'avoir suivi. C'était vraiment intéressant. Merci d'avoir et posé les questions, d'avoir participé. That's what makes it fun.
Thank you
Et
so much, Sophie.
de live qui vont venir pour cette semaine et pour la semaine prochaine avec des sujets super intéressants. Donc, je vous encourage à suivre ma page pour voir c'est quoi les différents sujets et c'est qui les différents invités. Et puis, on te remercie. Merci d'avoir pris le temps.
Merci infiniment. Thank you so much.
Ta
Moi.
page, tu peux mettre ta,
Oui.
ta page là, Woodkin.
Oui, c'est là. Je sais pas. Donc, comment on fait? Ma belle, je ne sais pas. Bon, je vais écrire mon nom pour qu'il puisse voir. Attends un petit peu.
Ta page, elle pose toujours de belles photos, toujours bien présentées, c'est plat. Donc, vous pouvez la suivre aussi et n'oubliez pas de suivre la bien green.
Merci encore, Sophie. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.